How are you guys doing today? Today, I want to talk about what you can do with a 760 credit score. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector, a subsidiary of Clear and Strategic. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from management to owning 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 10 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. For those of you who are new to this channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Let's go. Now, some household items. Do not forget about the 25 free people for credit repair. I will be announcing the winner on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Be sure to sign up for that. Don't forget nextly, the letter bundle, right? The free letter bundle. Down below, you get a cease and desist, a Goodwill letter, as well as a pay to delete letter, all absolutely for free to help you out with regards to your journey. So don't forget all of that information. Down below, there's a lot of information with regards to that. Be sure to sign up for that information. Let's get into what can you do with a 760 credit score. One of the number one things that you can do is you can negotiate terms of your credit card. Think about it like this. Now you're in the driver's seat. No longer do you have to worry about applying for a credit card, crossing your fingers and hoping to get approved. Now you can actually negotiate those terms. And what I mean by that is your interest rate on that actual credit card. A lot of times they'll have an introductory APR on the credit card, and sometimes, they'll start you out a little higher with regards to that. Once I got into the 760 credit score, it took me some time to do so, but once I had that FICO score, I remember calling up all my credit card companies, getting them on the phone and negotiating a lower APR. So a lot of them, I went down 10, 15% on the APR. And that helps out, obviously, if you do leave a balance on your credit card, the interest that you actually have to pay. The lower that interest rate is, the less that you have to pay in interest. Hopefully, you guys are actually using your credit cards like debit cards and paying with a zero, keeping your balance at a zero utilization. But sometimes you may go over and you may have to pay. And if that happens, with a 760 credit score, you can actually save yourself money. The second thing that it can help you do is apply for better credit cards across the board. One of the things you have to understand is, or I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Hopefully my father-in-law doesn't get mad at me, but a couple months ago, I helped him with cleaning up his credit, and he had a specific credit card that he had for years. He had this credit card for about 5 years. And once I explained to him about paying his utilization down to zero and not having a balance and only using his credit cards like debit cards, one of the things that he found out is he looked at his credit card, he paid that balance down. I'm not going to give the name of the actual credit card, but there are a lot of bad credit cards out there that do this. This credit card in particular, he noticed that he paid the balance off, and he didn't look at the credit card for about 2 months. 2 months passed, he looked at the balance on this credit card, and it showed $16 is what he owed. And he's sitting here thinking, what the heck? He didn't spend $16. He's looking at his statement. He ends up calling the credit card company and finding out that they charge $8 a month. He's had this credit card for 5 years, and because he never really paid attention and he always left the balance on his credit card, he never noticed that $8 balance that they charge him every single month just for having the credit card. But when you have a 760 credit score, you can actually choose the credit cards that you can apply for and apply for better ones that are going to give you better rewards, ones that are going to give you better cash back. The better your FICO score is, the better credit cards you can apply for. The third thing that it helps you out with doing is refinancing, right? For better rates in general. Like I was stating with regards to my father-in-law, once we did get him into the 700 club, actually I believe he's around a 766 or something along those lines across the board, with his car. He was able to refinance his car. It's something that I told him to do, and he was able to save himself $200 a month on his on his actual payment. The thing you have to realize is my father-in-law, he has like a fixed income. He's retired and so forth with regards to his bills. When his FICO score was down in the sixes, when he applied for this card initially, he had an interest rate of, I think, like 12% on his car. Once he came to me, we fixed up his credit. He actually lowered his car payment in less than 3 months, $200 a month, just by getting in the 700 club and refinancing that car. Another thing is with housing loans, right? Which are mortgage loans. If you had a higher mortgage rate, if you get your FICO score up, you can refinance that home. Hopefully you have some equity in the house. You can pull out that equity, as well as you can get a lower monthly payment. A 1% difference with regards to a mortgage rate can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's why it's very important every single person get into the 700 club, a 760 or above. And then the last thing that having a 760 credit score can help you out with is getting better insurance premiums. Now, let me share a story with you guys on a personal tip with regards to me. Having a credit repair business in the state of California, you have to have a bond. You have to pay for a bond with regards to having the regulations. In case you're sued or anything along those lines, you actually have some type of insurance with regards to that. When my FICO score was lower and I thought about actually applying for a bond, obviously in the state of California for a credit repair company, when my credit score was in the 650, I think I had like a 650 or whatnot, that insurance premium, typically for the bond in California, they make you pay for 2 years. And 2 years up front, right? And you got to pay anywhere from 10% of the bond, because you need $100,000. So 10% of that can be basically $10,000, and on 2 years, it's $20,000, all the way down to 1%, depending on how good your credit is. Once I checked in the one time in the beginning, they wanted almost $8,000 for the 2 years for the bond. And me being the person that I was, I said, you know what? After talking to that agent, he told me if you get your credit score up, you can get a better premium with regards to that bond. I cleared up my credit. I remember I got to like a 770 something. While clearing up my credit, I applied for that same bond that cost me $8,000 to get it done, and then it only cost me $2,000. I got the 1% signed up, and so now that bond only cost me $2,000 versus paying $8,000 for the same exact bond. The reality is having your credit score in a 750 FICO score is what will help your life. So you must understand, getting in the 700 club is very key. Every single client that we have that signs up with us, that is the goal, to get you in the 700 club, because I understand the interest rates, the money that you can save, and the actual negotiations and stuff that you can do with regards to revolving and installment debt. It puts you in the driver's seat and more control to obviously save a lot of money and save yourself interest with regards to the accounts in general. Now, if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. Don't forget all of the free stuff down below. Be sure to click that link. And as I always state, you be great.